places I know where I can spend time on my own. Flashing into my mind, I can see myself turning around, searching for places I know where I can spend time on my own. You show me the things that are just outside of my eyes. You whisper the words that will make things alright, so softly. Flashing into my mind, I can't see myself turning around, searching for places I know where I can spend time on my own. Flashing into my mind, I can't see myself turning around, searching for places I know where I can spend time on my own. On my own. On my own. Flashing into my mind. My mind. I didn't plan it, you know that. I didn't mean to hurt you, darling. I wasn't ready, we both weren't. But look at you, you're everything I want. Just give me another chance.
Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to the live stream here on the Chill Out Fight channel. Very last minute stream tonight. I fancied, after last night's abysmal landing into Jersey, try and make amends for that tonight with a quick flight up from Bristol up to Newcastle. So we are on the ground down in Bristol. The plane is kind of set up, ready to go. Like I said, this was the last minute stream. I thought, well, I may as well hop on just for a quick look about. So there we are, we're down in Bristol. The plane is turned on. We need to go and do the flight plan, just get it set up, and we'll get ourselves underway back up to my hometown airport of Newcastle. Yeah, we got ORBX scenery for Bristol. We got ORBX scenery up in Newcastle as well. And it's a lovely evening flight. It's live weather in Bristol, and obviously for the rest of the flight as well. So we'll hop in. I will show you the flight plan. We'll get it all set up, and we'll get pushed back and have a tootle on up to Newcastle. Yo, Airdog, Jamil, buddy. Long time no see. Airdog, still no Phoenix, not yet. No, I haven't had time today to have a look at the getting it sorted, but I will do. I'll get it sorted this week, and we'll be back flying that a bit later on as well. But we'll nip on down. As long as the internet keeps itself in check tonight, we should have a hopefully get up to Newcastle without any problems. So if we nip on to the full screen, and we'll nip on into the flight deck. Like I said, I have set a few things up. I've turned it on. We all powered up. We just need to grab a bit of fuel and go down here and do this here flight plan. Look at lovely warm in Bristol. Still 22 degrees outside. It's been scorching hot up here today as well. Just around at 30-degree mark up here in Newcastle today. Jamil, we're going Bristol up to Newcastle. Here's what we're doing, buddy. That is Bristol Newcastle flight level 240 for the cruise. Not very long, it's about a 45-minute flight. And yeah, it should be good fun. Hopefully, there we are. There's weather in Newcastle. 22 degrees up here, cab okay. Winds very light at 2 knots. Again in Bristol, 3 knots. And no cloud detected, 22 degrees on the ground down here as well. So we're going to go and just quickly grab the fuel. I'll grab that from SimBrief, 6 tons, and we'll load that in. That'll do the job for that. Let's go and have a quick look at Foco. Welcome, buddy. The reason for no Phoenix at the minute is the fact that I can't get it to work. I'm not sure what's up. I'm not going to reinstall it and yeah, reinstall it tomorrow hopefully and see what's going on with that. But yeah, I'm not sure what is happening. So I will have a look at that in the week, and we'll definitely be flying the Phoenix again this week, no doubt. I will get it sorted out. We'll quickly do the init press. It's a 45-minute trip, not too far tonight. And we're going to grab the init data request as well. Easy 2125 our alternate. We're going back down to Heathrow if we need to divert as well. Let's go and grab the wind. Let's grab that. And we'll grab the wind for the cruise. And also while we're grabbing for the descent as well. There they are. Good stuff. Flight plan. So out of Bristol, what we're going to do, runway 27 departure. And it's going to be the Brecon 1 X-ray. Bang that in. Newcastle, obviously their favourite arrival, runway 25. And the Pull Hill 1 November arrival. No Vias. And we'll insert that as well. There we go. Trip distance 257 miles. Here is the flight plan, or what we're going to be attempting to do. This should work now. Hopefully there it is. Bristol up towards Cardiff, just skirting to the western Newport. Up right over the middle of Wales before we start a right turn towards Manchester. Up into West Yorkshire, just passing Bradford. Up over Richmond, Catterick, North Yorkshire. Across over Durham. Then we'll vector ourselves out over the North Sea. Left hand turn. Down via Seaton Sluice, and then on to ILS runway 25. That is the plan for this evening. We'll quick skip through. We'll clear that discontinuity out. This is the latest experimental version of the Fly By Wire as well. Taller unload, Nissan and Jack, knock-in. Cuxham, Barton, that's Manchester, to Paul Hill. Off to Gokhoff. Aircore then Etsis, no doubt. There's Etsis. From Etsis, that's where we'll take our heading, and we'll head off and do the do our own vectoring for that arrival. There we go. We need to get a bit of performance sorted out, and I think we're pretty much good to go after that. Like I said, I have set it up quite quickly tonight just to get a quick stream and a quick flight away. So go and grab this a minute. Do this performance. Runway 27, we'll get the weather. 20 degrees, QNH1 025, and the ice most certainly will be off. And we're just going to quickly finish off in it B. So block fuel is 6 tons. And actually we haven't loaded any passengers. I'll tell you what, we will skip. If I quickly go in here and we will do the realism boarding time instant just for tonight, and we can go and get that cracked on with. Weight balance, let's refresh that. We have 159 passengers, let's just crack that in. That is all done, which means we can finish off this. And for the alternate, we said we're going back down to London Heathrow. Alternate fuel is 2 tons. 2 tons in there, and the trip wind, average wind is -1. Nothing too exciting. That can go in. What do I prefer? 787, 777. Oof. Never flown the 777. I have tried the 787, and I do quite like that. That is very nice. My favourite all-time plane would be the A380. But yeah, out of the two, 777 or 787 would be the 787, I think. But nothing against the 777, but the I do like the 787. Right, anyway, departure-wise, Brecon 1 X-ray, here it is. Up left-hand turn, as we described, out up towards Cardiff and Newport, and up to Brecon. 17.45 for that Brecon VOR, so let's go and bang that in. Into here, 17.45. music is having an issue. I hope that's nothing to do with my internet tonight. Could well be. Don't know what it's doing. However, we'll skip that for now. There we are. We have a flight plan. We have the Brecon VOR identified. Just quickly check this plan. Make sure it looks half decent. Straight up. There's Anjac. What happened there? But before that, there we are. Nissen. Anjac. Knocking. Cooks him. Barton, there's the pull hill. That's our start of our arrival into Newcastle. And then up to Etsis. And there's the centre fix and the final fix for runway 25. Poco, yes, the video or the stream is in 720p just for tonight and possibly tomorrow as well. It's the fact, like I said, the issue I got with the internet at the minute, it will not let me push out enough of a bitrate. I need a bitrate between 4,000 and 6,000 for YouTube to be happy with 1080p, and my internet at the minute cannot push out enough of a bitrate. It's all over the shop at the minute. If I show you where we at, this one, here we are. If you see my bitrate up here, 2,425. Like I said, that's the issue I've had with the internet for the last, what was it, 2 months now. It can't push out a decent bitrate, unfortunately. So it's going to be 1080p from Wednesday, but for now it's going to be it's stuck in 720p, unfortunately. And there's nothing I can do about that until that is all sorted out. But yeah. And I dare say that is why the music keeps going off as well. The initial climb out. Climb straight ahead, 3,000, 6,000 feet. It's going to be the initial stop. Climb. There we go, 6,000 feet sitting there. Just performance to go, and then we can get ourselves underway and see how we can see if we dump this on the ground up in Newcastle like last night. So we've got the weather, takeoff weight. We need to go to init B for that. 64.8 tons. Takeoff CG is going to be forward. Takeoff thrust will be flex. Climb config 1+F. Packs can be on because it's quite warm. Let's calculate that. So there we go. That's giving us the flex to 60 degrees. It's 30, 33, 36 for the V speeds. Thrust reduction acceleration 1,603 feet, and engine out also 1,603. We've got green dot of 215 knots. So we can go plumb that into here. So we got flaps of 1, flex of 60. And V speeds 130 for V1, 133 is VR, and 136 for V2. And we've got 1,603 feet on there, and then also 1,603 for the engine out. Acceleration as well, that should go to 1,600, which it has nicely. And we said clean speed 215, exactly what our performance showed. Clean speed is 215 as well. So that is all tickety boo. Let's get rid of that. Yo, Mathis, buddy. Hope you're doing well, mate. I hope you're well, buddy. So yeah, I think we're pretty much good to go. Runway 27. Let's have a quick look which way we need to push back, and we can get ourselves going. We are here. We'll push back Zulu, and we're going to take Alpha X-ray. Will be our the whole point. Pretty cool, right there. Push back. Let's pre-plan that. And hopefully we'll go there. And if we head back to here and then back a little bit. That away. That'll do. Let's have that. We'll request a tug. Hopefully he'll come and do his job. Where is the sim volume gone? There we go. Get a shot of that. Anything else we need to do down here? We got reset the rudder trim. Flight deck door is shut. We can have predicted wind sheet can come on. And anything else we need to do? check everything else. Thrust levers are idle. Engine switches are off at the minute. That is fine. Let's jump over the overhead and we'll finish off with the bit of fuel pump on. That'll do the job. APU bleed can come on. I'll turn the temperature down a bit as well. That is that. No smoke sign on. Seatbelt sign should have been on. And we'll have that on now. And that as well. Parking brake is released.
Parking brakes are released. Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
Let's go and see if we can get a good engine start here as well. That can go there. Engine number 2. There goes N2. We'll start the clock. N2, 25%, we should see EGT and then immediate N1, hopefully. As the fuel ignites. There it goes. EGT and N1 starts to rise. Lovely jubbly.
Please keep your seatbelt back a little tight across your lap. Keep the seatbelt sign is off and have it visible through the whole You would like best to the house at the seat if instructed by the crew. Stare over the top. Pull it over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist. Secure the buckle.
This is a real world flight from Bristol to Newcastle as well. There it is. We'll wait for a good start on engine number 2 and we'll get engine number 1 going as well. There is an engine number 1 can go. And 2. They use FS Toolkit Pro. I don't know. I haven't got that air dog. There's EGT and N1 as well.
Parking brake set. Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft. Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect. Roger. Good engine start. Clear to disconnect. You at the side. Have a good flight. Holding position, waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Is it any good, air dog? Have you tried it out or not? Or is that you asking me a question whether it's any good to get? There we have. Good start on engine 2 as well. Perfect. That's enough up here. That can go, that can go. I will have taxi light on. And what we'll do is we can go armour spoilers, auto brake to max, and we'll do we'll pop that back to norm. Do a quick flight control check and we'll just get ourselves underway. So there's full up, full down, neutral, and ailerons full right, full left. Neutral, we'll quickly chuck the rudders in. Full left, full right, and neutral on the rudder as well. We'll have the tax light is on, which is good. Let's have the wing light on because it's dark. Why not? Everything else is looking good. I think we are. I think we're good to go. So it's going to be straight along. Alpha Zulu is where we're heading for, which is somewhere, not the first right, it's the second right that we're after. Now, if we miss Alpha Zulu, then we get ourselves into a pickle because we can't go any further than that. We need to try and spin around somewhere. Right, parking brakes off. Let's get ourselves going. We'll have the flaps travel to config 1+F. So I will have Navigraph on this other screen just to make sure we don't miss that that exit. Yo, Lewis, buddy, welcome along, mate. Hope you're doing well. It's like Volanta but free, and you get realistic flights Oh, I'll have to have a look at that air dog. I mean, I pay for Valanza. I think it's something like £5 a month or something like that. So this is going to be Alpha X-ray. If we go straight on, that's where we end up in a pickle. You can't get out down there, so there is our whole point for 2-7. It's Lewis, just a short one tonight, buddy. This was a very, very last minute stream. I wasn't planning on doing one tonight, but I thought after last night's performance into Bristol, into Jersey, I thought I'd best come back and try again, because that was really bad, a bad arrival last night. So I thought I'd try and come and redeem myself tonight with one. I do have to get up at 4 a.m. to go to work, so it's not going to be that long of a flight. I'll have a look, dog. Yes, I will have a look. Right, whilst that's happening, TCAS TA. Alright. Order break. If it would stay on max, would be useful. There it is. Anyway, nothing coming. Look at that. Look at that slope on that runway there. Right, let's hold that. I'm going to get rid of that music for now. We have some nice sim volume going on. I see those engines roar as we get going. So anyway, QNH 1025 auto brake. Please stay at max. There it is. Signs are on. The cabin is sat down. Spoilers are on. Flaps are at config 1+F. Takeoff config's normal. And 6,000 feet is set as our initial stop climb out of Bristol. So without much further ado, let's get ourselves going, I reckon. There we are. 50% N1. Somewhere about there. That is. Manflex 60 SRS runway. Auto thrust is armed and blue. There's 100 knots. Up the hill. There's V1 and up we go. Up on the flight directors. Positive climb, the gear's going up. Into the Bristol sunset. Look at that. Pretty cool. Well, Lewis, I'll try and butter the landing. Anything's got to be better than last night's one. There's lever climb. Thrust climb, climb, nav, and there's the Bristol Channel as we cross from England into Wales in a minute or two. There, that's where we're going to level off 6,000 feet. And we're 6,000 feet until somewhere. Where are we 6,000 feet till? Brecon 1X-ray. We're 6,000 feet until 15 miles from the Brecon VOR. There is the S-speed. We'll get rid of the flaps and clean up a little bit. There's the S. Get rid of that. With that, we can disarm the spoilers and also kill that light and these lights as well. Stop them making a noise. Mathis, I love flying sunset departures out on this sim. It's I mean, you can't beat a view like that, can you? Look at this. Straight out, there we are, Bristol Channel, and we should level off in a minute or two. There's that turn. Keep an eye on this. Like I said, if we chuck this to our cruise, not very high, flight level 240 for the cruise. We'll keep that in managed climb. Should stop us at 6,000 feet, then it should take us up to our cruise level. Flashing QNH because that's the transition there, but we haven't gone above it yet, so we'll stay on the local local QNH till we do actually get above the 6,000 feet. I just realised I have not sorted out the stream thingy bob on YouTube, so if you give me a sec, I can just do that because I've mucked it up. Otherwise, YouTube won't be happy. There it is, done and dusted. Perfect. So 15 miles from Brecon should be where our constraint ends, which it does. There's the blue up arrow. That's where we're going to start to climb in a minute or two. But yes, we do have ORBX scenery in Newcastle as well when we get there. And to be fair, actual weather, what's it like outside? Air dog, yes, from Latin VFR, wasn't it? There we are. 240, and we start the climb. Let's get the standard set. Standard on there as well. And there we go. Yes, the Latin VFR 321. I have had a look at that. And apparently you can use the Fly By Wire mod as well, can't you, with this? Otherwise you're stuck with the Asobo thingy bob, the FMC. But there is a Fly By Wire mod for it, I believe. How good does that look? There is, I'm assuming that is Cardiff down there. Let's have a look. Yeah, there's Cardiff down to our left, Newport across to the right hand side, we nip over there. Newport and Cardiff. And ideally, the further north we fly, the lighter it should get. As you can see, it's dark to the south, it gets lighter. Looking out my window at the minute, it is still light outside, so see if we can chase the sunset as we head further north. Let's get rid of that. There's 10,000 feet. I think we're pretty much nice and stable. Seatbelt signs can come off. That can be off. Landing lights both off. Jolly. Good. Why was no smoking sign not on? Keep having the fag in the back. There we go. I know there's not such a long flight. Let's have a quick look at this arrival a little bit. Let me do the usual bits and bobs. Let's go and put in Echo Golf November Tango runway 25 for an extended centre line, just in case we need to use that. It's going to be 066 for the radial. We'll get that in. That is a radial, and then just for the sake of it, the even though this has got top of descent, let's have a quick look where we need to be for descent. The Pole Hill 1 November arrival. So from Pole Hill, which is 112.1, let's go and just pop that in there a minute. 112.1, that'll pick up the Pole Hill VOR. So we're going to come at Pole Hill and then into Gooooo, Urkor, not above or below flight level 160, Zodru. 8 miles later at flight level 120, not above or below. Then 10 miles after that, flight level 90 at Etsis. Bear in mind, 220 knot speed restriction as well. So Urkor is going to be our first restriction, flight level 160. So in here. The next fix we'll have will be Urkor. Flight of 160, we're cruising 240, so that's 4 and 6. It's 10,000. It's not 10,000. It's 8,000 feet. We need to lose 8 3s, 24 miles roughly. Just gonna pop that in. That should give us, if we look a bit further out now, there's top of descent that we put in. That's top of descent for the Airbus. That's where it thinks we need to start our descent. So we'll put it in, manage descent, see how we get on. But we are from, I believe, from Etsis really. As real flights do, Etsis, they come out over this way, track up this way, and then we come back in the right hand turn. We should be able to see the... There's that extended centre line from the runway 25 as well. So Etsis, just here somewhere, then out, join the blue dash line, and back in again. That'll be the plan. See you later on. Let's top the climb. Perfect. Can do that, get rid of that. Let's see where this reckons top of climb is here. And it reckons top of descent. So it's going to have us at Gooooo 192, decel at flight level 160. Then for Urkor, it's going to have us below that. So it's a hard. Let's have a see if we can get that in. It's got alt constraints. It's got a flight restriction, a constraint of flight level 160. However, it reckons we're going to be below it. Yeah, 155. Zodru 126. Then speed limit point. So these aren't quite. So we have to not be above or below flight level 120. And Zodru, it's got us above flight level 126. And then what's it got? Etsis. Etsis got us bang on flight level 90. So these two are slightly off. Not sure why. It's got us at flight level 160 before Urkor, which is fine. But then reaching Urkor with 500 feet lower for some reason. So we'll test it out. Top of descent, apparently it works on the whole, AirDog, yeah, on the whole. I mean, I've still worked out our top of descent just to be on the safe side. But what we'll do is we will do top of descent when the Fly By Wire recommends us to. And we'll see how we get on. We are almost at our top of climb. There it is. Apparently, the video button now works on here. There it is. You can see just behind the flight deck door. It's quite cool. Speed out start, and then we're going to get speed out cruise, hopefully. There it is, speed out cruise. We could bump this up. Let's go a bit faster. Mach decimal 78. Why not? Let's speed up. Use a bit more fuel, but we can go a bit faster. So that might push our top of descent a bit closer to where we've worked it out. Enough time to slow down and descend at the same time, I guess. But yeah, this is an actual real world flight. There we are. Not on VATSIM tonight, purely because my internet won't handle the extra bandwidth still. It is rather crap. Otherwise we would have had Scottish control on the way in. But yeah, schedules, we can have a look. We pick Bristol. And it is, where is the flight up to Newcastle? Let's have a quick look. It's an afternoon flight, I believe. Where's it gone? I did see it go over my house earlier on, so I definitely know it arrived today. Newcastle, there it is. There it was at 14:15 Zulu and 15:20 Zulu. Yeah, there it is. So it's easy 570 is the flight number. An hour and 5 minutes it took. So we'll see how well we get on. It's all roughly an hour and 5 minutes, but yeah. So it comes, it shoots over my house, which is somewhere where we have. Well, my house is over here. So this time when they use runway 07, you can see them coming in up over my house and that way. Runway 25, sometimes you don't see them until they're on final approach because they're coming from the right and to go over my house. So normally start being vectored off somewhere around here, up and then back around again. But we could actually, if I grab this, let's just see which way it actually went in today. Where's it gone? Let me log back into flight radar. There we go. Right, so the flight in from Bristol this afternoon did something along the lines of... There's a Dubai flight just leaving. In fact, I'll see that. Oh no, what's this one wrong way? There's one plane going over my house. Who's that one? Newcastle to Belfast. Not that one either. Where's it? What's it from that for? There we are. Arrivals early on today. So, Bristol. Where's it gone? There it is. Bristol landed at 5. Where's the afternoon? It was an afternoon Bristol flight as well somewhere. There it is. Flight time is actually took 48 minutes. So if we have a look at the playback of that flight, see where it went in. There we'll see as we saw. That's what we're going to do. There's Etsis is about here. Then you vectored off out over Sunderland. There's the Stadium of Light. And then up this way, out over the North Sea, and then back in. That is the plan. So yeah, 48 minutes. And it did pretty much the same departure we have, as you can see. If I grab Volanta, there it is. If I just squish this down a second, then I'll show you on 2 screens. We do have pretty much the same departure out of Bristol as we had, and the same arrival. So yeah, there we are. Why would I come across it? Really? There we go. So there's the actual real world flight. There's the real world flight. There's our flight up towards Wrexham, and then if we move that across, it's going to look pretty much the same by the time we completed that. So there it is in the same same spot as us, heading up towards Wrexham. So yeah, that is the plan. That's what we're going to do. It's quite cool. Good stuff. Right, top of descent, not far away. Map decimal 78. We're up to once destination data. We can do that in a minute or two. Lovely stuff. We're still chasing the sunset, so it's getting bright as we get up. Just check the latest weather in Newcastle. Still 19 degrees, cab okay. Winds 4 knots, 240, so yeah. Very nice. And I believe it's even warmer tomorrow. It's been very warm the last couple of days up here. It's the weather like tomorrow. Weather for Newcastle, yeah, Monday 27, today was 27, Monday 27 degrees as well. Cools off, then gets warm again towards next weekend. Perfect, lovely stuff. So yeah, 27 degrees, what's that? It's 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Awesome. And I'll be stuck in a nice air-conditioned car, hopefully tomorrow, working away. Right, anyway, just before we reach top of drop, which is in 50 odd miles, I just quickly need to, like I said, this is the last minute stream, I need to quickly nip to the toilet, otherwise I certainly won't be able to make this arrival. I'll leave you in such a lovely view like that, you can watch the sunset. I'll be back with you just in 2 seconds, guys. Thanks guys, sorry about that. There we are. So let's have a quick look at where we are. Where are we up to? Yeah, not far. Top of descent is coming in relatively fast. We can have a look at top of descent is in roughly 22 miles-ish. 22 miles. It's now got us a little bit high because we are going a bit faster, so we need to start to slow down again shortly. Let's go and pop something in the progress page just to work out how we're doing. If we're going to pop in Golf November Tango runway 25, that'll be how far from touchdown. 86.2 miles is roughly what we've got left to run. Hopefully we'll get a bit of a better arrival into Newcastle tonight than we did last night. Radnav, it's got India November Whiskey Charlie 111.5, which I do believe is correct for this arrival. Let's just go and grab this a second. Runway 25. There it is. India November Whiskey Charlie 111.5. We need to be at 2,000 feet, about 8.5 miles out from 8.5 miles out from the runway. There's a glide stop at 5.4 miles. We got minima at 439 feet. RVR's 550. Don't need to worry about that tonight. Localized descent is a 3-degree glide. And we've got Pappies on the left hand side. This is the full procedural approach. We'll fly over the November Tango NDB, back out as a Cat C aircraft, left hand turn, join the ILS. However, we'll try and replicate what that actual flight did earlier on today. Anyway, top of descent, very close. I want to go and stick in 10,000 feet. And that should stop us at the relative constraints after here. Should say decelerate across top. There it is. Down we go. Thrust idle descent, and we should start to make our way down. We'll go back into managed speed now because why can't we go back to managed speed? Why can't we go back? I go with thrust idle minutes. Manage speed. Let's go back down to decimal thing. Back into managed descent. I'm not sure why we can't get the speed back into managed speed. However, there we go. That'll work. That'll drop us down to these pink gates. I'm going to stick a bit of speed brake out because we do seem to be a tad high now. And let's go and fill in this this arrival information that it wants. So we have latest Q&A to Newcastle 1024. Temperature nice warm 19 degrees. The winds are variable. Oh, sorry, not variable anymore. They're 240 at 4 knots. 244. Transition altitude will be 7,000 feet. That'll be the last flight level, and 6,000 feet for the on the altitude. There, good stuff. And we need minimum 439. Cool, that can go in there. Gives a clean speed of 208.
Two worlds apart. How can I get to know you, babe? Why is this space so far?
There we are. Let's get rid of that speed brake now. I think we're catching up nicely to the profile there. Still going to have an issue with this flight restriction. Not sure why. We're 14 miles. We only need to lose 2,000 feet. It needs to just kind of arrest that rate of descent a little bit, I think. It's got amber circle. That means it's, what's it thinking for here then? Flight level 155. We are sticking at flight level 100. So let's just see if it'll level off. It should level off at flight level 160, even though we've got 10,000 set. There's no reason for it to disregard that flight level. It is in here at flight level 160, so it should know to stop after that. And it did have error next to that of 490 feet for some reason. I'm not sure what that's all about. See, so it is going to meet that restraint, flight level 160. There's no, it's going to meet it quite happily. So why it's got an amber circle around there, thinking it's going to be, it's going to miss it, I do not know. Now to reduce them back to 30 knots, what have we got on this arrival? What have we got on here? Yeah, no speed restriction until X is 220. Why does stream live stay 0? We are 3. Yeah, there's 3 people watching apparently. We've got one on Twitch, one, according to that same, one on YouTube, one on Twitch. I'm not sure what that's all about. So it has held that restriction. Just slow it down a bit. Bit of the old speed brake. So it should start our descent now down to 120 in a second. And back in about a mile. See, things were getting high. There we go. Thrust idle descent. Flight level 120. Let's just see what it's going to do. So Zodru, flight level 128, it reckons it can get us down to. And then flight level 90, we're going to make that restriction at ETSIS, but Zodru is not going to be met apparently. Five miles to lose 4,000 feet. Is very, very tight. Anyway, I reckon. So, 34 miles left. And if we're going in a straight line from here to the airport, 34 miles left. We have track miles 47. So from here we'll just shoot ourselves off on ahead and continue that descent down to 2,000 feet. Yeah, no way he was making that restriction at 120 there, was it? Not a chance. Not a chance. So yeah, if we nip outside, there we are. Bristol down there somewhere, nice and dark up there, but now we've got back up to the northeast. It's still light-ish outside. What's that, 20 past 10 in the evening, yeah. That's one thing about living in the north of the UK, we do get very long summer nights, or very long summer days even. Compared to the further south you go in the country. So, real flight did it in 48 minutes. We can take off 6 minutes for our taxi out. So we're on 34 minutes at the minute. So we got about 34, we got about 14 minutes to get this plane on the ground to see if we can beat the actual real flight this afternoon. Did it in 48 minutes. So ETS is 220 knots speed restriction. We'll put that in and we'll keep 220 knots. And we can, before we forget, I'm going to go in here. I'm going to activate that now. That'll keep us 220 knots and then we can go back to managed speed when we actually do want to slow down shortly. So we are virtually going to follow this green line here, but we're going to come off just a little bit off to the right hand side of it. 030 will be our heading, and that'll take us nicely onto the our approach. Heading 030 now. We'll keep descending. We're going to go and stick in. We'll have 2,000 feet in. We'll put that in thrust idle open descent for now. 10,000 feet. Some lights can come on. Seatbelt signs now on. Good stuff. There we are. So yeah, we'll keep heading out on this heading. We'll keep that descent coming down, and we should. Where we're going to level off. Pretty much 2,000 feet there, which is going to be perfect for our arrival at the minute. And we'll slow down in. Let's have a look what we got. Here we got about 20. We've got 28 miles roughly left to fly. Let's have a look. 17 plus we're going out a bit. So yeah, we got about 28 miles. So we'll start slowing down shortly. And we'll start to make that left-hand turn towards the extended centre line. As we pretty much level off at 2,000 feet, that's going to be the plan. We'll start to make that turn. And we'll see how well we try to replicate the real flight arrival. Once we get on the ground and parked up, we'll see if our flight plan matched the actual one. 2,500 metre long runway will have medium auto brake. If it'll go to medium, there it is. Medium auto brake. And we're going to roll to, if we look at the airport a second, 25, we're going to roll all the way down to Bravo and go and park off on one of these stands up just on this side of the terminal. So we can use pretty much all of this, well, 3/4 of this runway to be fair, get us off at Bravo, which is the only exit. If we miss it, we can go off at Alpha, but Bravo will be our plan for that. In fact, the airport should be, might be able to see it in a second. I think there it is, just there. That is it. So we should just be coming up. Here comes Sunderland. Actually, we can check on the map how we're doing with this. Where are we at? Yeah, going to go over Sunderland in a minute. There it is. There is the stadium of light. If anyone follows football, there is Sunderland's home ground. said, the winds have dropped off. Let's get QNH back. 1024, 5,000 feet, still leveling off nicely at where we want to be at the moment. There is the should be St Mary's Lighthouse somewhere just there. I'm not sure if we can see it. It should be a lighthouse. The end of one of these piers anyway. But that has worked out quite nicely. 5,000 feet. Probably get the ILS up now. I was probably just thinking about slowing down. Our green dot's not too far off now, so if we go back to manage speed, that'll bring us back now to our green dot. And we can have a look at potentially making this left-hand turn in a minute. Just give ourselves. We want to try and aim for the centre fix just here when we start the turn. Outside air temperature at the minute is 13 degrees at 5,000 feet, so nice and warm still. So 2,000 feet to go. Let's start that left-hand turn back around now. And as you know, I like to try and line up the extended centre line with the middle of the ND. Then you pretty much guarantee, once that blue line's flat across your screen, you're pretty much guaranteed to intercept the localizer when you reach that. Okay, it's somewhere like that. That should pretty much level that off. We're going to level off right on the blue line. Just before that centre fix. That couldn't have been better if we tried. Get that kind of flat. Pretty cool. There is the northeast coast. How good does that look? That is the River Weir, runs from Sunderland right away through Durham, and then there is the River Tyne back into Newcastle. Nice. That is 2,400 feet. We can arm pretty much everything now. There is Lockstar, well, arm approach. We are 9.6 miles, so we can have flap 1 ready. We'll have AP2 in as well, just in case we muck something up. And that's going to give it about a 9-mile final, which looks pretty good to me. We don't need that on anymore, that can get rid of that. We will arm the spoilers. Speed out star, there's 2,000 feet. Lock star as well, we'll get glide slope star, we said 5 point something miles, wasn't it? 5.4 miles. Let's get the cabin sat down. And we'll do this arrival. There is the runway. We'll now have flap 2 any second now. Flap 2, 2,000 feet is a good configuration, I reckon. Sounds good to me. Glide slopes alive. Any wind, we've got 6 knots pretty much on the nose of the plane. We'll have flap 3. Music can go away. Sim volume is up there. So that's flat full. Gears coming down. And there is glide slope star as well. So we are pretty much fully configured. And like I said, not quite dark. Still chasing the sunset. It's gone below the horizon, but yeah, not dark yet. As it was heading to down in Bristol. Go around altitude Newcastle's 3,000 feet. That is now set as well. 4 miles, we're out of VAP speed 133. Looking good, 1,700 feet with 4 miles to go. Double check the QNH hasn't changed, 1024 still. Auto brake is medium. So we said we need to take off 6 minutes, so we're on 44 minutes. We got 3 minutes to get this plane on the ground to beat the real time for the actual real world flight as well, which would be quite cool if we can do that. There's 2 whites, 2 reds. $1,000 feet checked, and we're stable as well. 4 knots headwind. Still 2 whites, 2 reds. Oh, a little stutter coming in. There we are. I think that will be it, just trying to load up that ORBX scenery that we have. So everything's good, gears down, signs are on, cabins are ready, spoilers are on, flaps are full, eco memos landing, no blue. 500. 500 feet. Let's have that back on. 400. Now, if you remember, I've forgotten to record the 100 above. To record this replay. Let's just we'll record that quickly. At least we'll see a bit of it. Minimum. Minimum is continue. Here we go. 100. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. There's the flare this time. 5. There we are. Reverses green, and we have decel. I think that makes up for last night. That felt rather smooth and buttery. 60 knots, reverse idle. Auto breakers coming off. And there we are, guys. Welcome to my hometown of Newcastle. We're on the ground. That was a relatively I think that was a relatively smooth arrival. We're going to take Bravo off and into the terminal. So if we have a look at the time when we get there as well, our flight time should be recorded by Volanta as well. Yeah, it was at minus, I think I saw that flash up minus 119. So that's certainly better than last night's effort, I reckon. Definitely better than last night's effort. Right, let's just get rid of these lights before we blind someone. That can come off, that can come off. That can be on taxi. We'll have that off as well. And we'll get rid of the flaps. We'll disarm the spoilers. Let's go taxi to a gate. But yeah, how good does Newcastle look on a summer's evening? Let's go and take this stand over here on the right. As long as there's not a plane in the way. Actually, there might be on that stand. Let's go to the next one up. We'll go and take one somewhere just here. Let's take stand number 6. I'm hoping there's nothing on this stand. Nope, there we are. There we are, guys. Parking brake is on. We probably should just boot up the APU. That'll be useful. Rest of these lights can go off. And there we are. Welcome to Newcastle, guys. That was, I'm sure that definitely made up for last night's dodgy minus 400 and something into Jersey. Look at that, bang on the stop line as well. That couldn't have gone much better. So what we'll do is we'll just wait for that APU to become available, and then we can get these engines shut down, and we'll have a look at that flight. So 55 minutes from pushback to gate. We take off 6 minutes. That's 49 minutes into. Yo, James, buddy, you like the new hair? Cheers, dude. Just the pink that I had in was starting to fade. Some I sorted it out this evening. It was looking a bit like APU's available. Let's get the engines off. Engine 2's off. Engine 1 is off. Yeah, so I have a blank slate for my hair for a new colour that'll be incoming at some point. Seatbelt signs off. But yes, there we are, guys. Welcome to Newcastle, my home airport, and James's home airport as well, I do believe. So there we are, lovely jubbly on the ground. Let's get a bit of ground services. Let's have forward doors. Let's see if we can get the stairs to come, can we? Yes, there they go. Baggage catering, get the cargo off. Good stuff. Yes, buddy, it was a late one. This was not a planned stream for tonight. I thought I was going to, after last night's issue and landing into Jersey, I wanted to try and make amends for how crap that actually was. So yeah, I thought I'd just come back and do another one tonight as a bonus stream. Yeah, there we are. Down into Newcastle. So, as I said, let's have a quick look. I'll complete this flight now. Oh, where's Volanta gone? Thank you. Here it is. Let's we'll keep that there. What we'll do is we'll go and grab flight radar again, and we'll have a look to see how well we replicated that flight into Newcastle. I'll pop that there, and we'll just make that a bit smaller. Okay. Flight radar. And this should hopefully show us the actual flight from Bristol this afternoon. How long it took. How long it took. And the way it was vectored in by ATC. Right, so it was 15... Was it 1520 or something like that? Bristol... That's the one we're going to check. There it is, Bristol flight. Playback. We should be able to see. There's its route, as we saw earlier. Let's just make that a bit smaller. So we pop that there somewhere. Can you guys see that? Certainly is. You may have flown over me on it. Yeah, maybe. So right, you can see, if I move that a little bit there, you can see that's the actual Bristol flight that came into Newcastle today that was vectored by ATC. This is our flight that we've just done now. And as you can see, pretty much we have replicated the that approach quite well. They went further out over the sea and made the left turn in. We didn't quite go as far out. We went up. There it is, so you can see pretty much dot for dot. We didn't do too bad, did we? For the real world flight, and our self-vectored flight with no ATC to help us out. We didn't do too badly. If we go further down, as we saw, there's the entire flight that the real world one took, and there's the entire flight that we took, this grey line. That looks pretty much the same, doesn't it, really? There we go. Up towards Cardiff, Manchester, up, and then self-vectored in for us, and obviously ATC vectored in for the real flight. Where did it park, just out of curiosity? So it parked straight ahead, we parked just here. We could have continued it off completely. If we go here, we should be able to see our taxi off will be the same. There it is, we taxied off Bravo, they came off at Bravo as well. The only difference was we parked just here, and they parked just there. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So if we review the flight, the timings were stats. Flight time 45 minutes. Look at that, and their flight time was, what did we say it was? 48 minutes. So they took 48 minutes. We took 45 minutes. So yeah, bob on. There we are. Good stuff. So we can get rid of that for now. Anyway, guys, there we are. That was, like I said, a bonus stream for tonight. I wasn't going to stream. It was a last minute job. But You remember doing the exact flight not till they kept you in time. Oh, that's a bit of a shitter, mate. Definitely a bit of a shitter. Well, hopefully I've got an EasyJet flight booked in. Was it 3 weeks' time now to take me on holiday? So I'm hoping they haven't, they won't and haven't cancelled any other flights. Otherwise, I will be hopping in the Tesla and driving down to Spain, because I have two hacked off young boys if we don't get to go away. But yeah, there we are. Look at that, perfect stuff. So we replicated the full flight. We beat them by 3 minutes. The only difference was we parked on a different stand. But I think after last night's flight, that is redemption at its best. And back to normal service has been resumed, so they say. Yeah, excellent stuff. What time are we at now? 22:11 on a Sunday evening. I think, guys, I'm going to call that a night. Thank you ever so much for spending some time watching me try and make up for last night's landing. But tomorrow, what day is tomorrow? Monday. We should be able to get a stream away tomorrow night. We'll do something. I'm going to try and get the Phoenix to. To work, and we'll try and have it out and in that. If not, we could have a look in the PMDG. We haven't flown the 737 for a while either. So yeah, plenty of options for tomorrow. However, tomorrow is going to be very hot, so we'll see how warm it is in my office. It's still very hot in here tonight. I may have to get an extra fan again for tomorrow. But guys, take it easy. Enjoy the rest of whatever's left of your Sunday. If you're going to work tomorrow, don't work too hard. And I will see you all tomorrow evening for a little jolly around in the virtual skies. But for now, guys, take care, and I'll see you all very, very soon.